I'm SJ.
I'm AJ.
And we the Connected Experience. Hey, bro, what's the Connected Experience?
The Connected Experience is where we take like-minded individuals or people who from the same walk of life who went down different paths, connect them with each other in hopes that their business grow. And we just ask that you connect with somebody else in hopes that their business grow and keep the chain going.
So you know what? January 18, 2018, top of the year, the Connected Experience presents the Urban Podcast Summit 2018 with special guest Premium Pete. That's on Thursday, January 18, 2018 from 7 to 9. $10 entry fee. We will be having giveaways, refreshments. It's no filming allowed.
No filming.
And who else on the panel?
I know we got a Shop Talk podcast coming through, JG from Audio Wave Network, and it's moderated by our homeboy Premium Pete. No, Premium Pete, a special guest, is moderated by Karma Appleshy.
That's the Motor City Oprah. That's going to be a good look. Hey, yo, where that said, Jay? You know where that said? Where that's going to be at, Jay Johnson?
25900 Greenfield and Oak Park and Suite 326.
Yep, 326. That's January 18, 2018, 7 to 9, $10 entry fee, and that's gonna be a good one, man. We bring in Premium P. We got a great relationship with Premium P. We was actually on a Premium P show before.
That was a big deal to us.
Yo, son, we approaching podcast royalty with this shit.
Okay, so what we got today, bro?
What we got today? What's your book of the week?
My book pick of the week is Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. If you don't know about Ryan Holiday, I will call him an apprentice of Robert Greene. We all know who Robert Greene is, or at least act like we do. This book is about actually taking your ego out of every situation. It's broken down into 3 parts, which is aspire, success, and failure. He believes that you have to have some type of failure as a blow to your ego to get you on the right track, because if you don't have blows to your ego, you actually think you're bigger than you are. Everybody has been a victim of that, even if it's just with women or basketball, or sports, anything. So I'm telling y'all to go out and check out Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. What you got?
All right, for my book of the week, I got a 32-page book that's actually one of the best books I ever read. It's called Who Moved My Cheese by Dr. Spencer Johnson. It's 4 characters in this book. It's 2 mice, Sniff and Scurry, and it's 2 humans, Him and Haw. They live in a maze, and when the mice go to the cheese station C, it ain't no more cheese. And
cheese station
because
C.
it is cheese station 3 C. So when they go there, it ain't no more cheese, and the mice was already prepared, so they knew what was going down. But when the humans go, it ain't no more cheese, and they panic. And basically, the book is about coming over your fears. And once you come over your fears, they got 7 things that you could do to come over your fears. And the first thing you could do is accept that change happens. The second thing you could do is anticipate change. The third thing you could do is monitor change. Then 4, you can adapt to change. And then guess what? 5, it's going to be change. So you enjoy your change is number 6. And number 7, be ready to change and enjoy it. So if people adapt those principles in their life, first of all, the book is a real easy read.
Can I borrow yours?
No, you can't borrow mine, man. You got to buy your own or something. You need that for your own library. So who the person we need to know this week?
All right, the person we need to know this week is Dr. Wendell Cox. Why do we have Dr. Wendell Cox? Because we got a special guest, and after you hear about Dr. Cox, you will understand more about the special guest. He was a World War II veteran and an entrepreneur from Albany, Georgia. He moved to Detroit in 1945 as a dentist, and he practiced with Dr. Haley Bell, and that was his father-in-law. So Cox and Bell, they created the Bell Broadcasting Company. Why is that important? It launched WCHD AM in 1956.
Where was that at?
It was in Romulus, but they had the license to broadcast in Inkster, Michigan. In 1998, the company was sold to Radio 1.
Radio 1, you know what's a good, the Temptations movie, when they in the radio station, that's where they at. And another little thing, my homeboy dad used to work at that radio station a long time ago. It was off of Henry Ruffin, what was that, Van Born?
Yeah,
or
Van
E-Course?
Born.
Henry Ruffin,
E-Course.
E-Course.
Yeah. So who is our special guest today, bro?
Man, we got Big Greg in the house, man. Radio legend, celebrating 20 years. We about to get into an exclusive interview. I don't even think if people ever heard him being interviewed. So this is a first. This is exclusive. You know what I'm saying? Big Greg, introduce yourself.
Yo, what up, though, man? Yours truly, Big Greg, the Morning Heat, Hot 107.5. I guess an adopted son of the city now, man. I mean, been here 10 years now, so having some fun in the mornings with J. Will and Delicious, and been doing radio going on 20 years this month, man. It's going to be real serious. How y'all feeling, man?
Hey, man, we feeling great, man. Good, man. We appreciate you being in the city for those 10 years out of your 20, so you definitely are adopted by the city. So you actually from New York, though. Talk about your New York upbringing.
Born and raised in the South Bronx, man. It was me, my moms, and pops. My pops got killed at an early age, so it was like me and my mom just holding it down in the Bronx. I've been at Catholic school all my life. That's something that nobody don't know about me. Been in Catholic school all my life, but went to All Hallows High School. had a chance to get out of New York playing some football for the University of Dayton. They not drafted me, but they gave me a scholarship. Got to the school, really wasn't feeling the program and whatnot. Ended up testing for an academic scholarship, so I stayed doing the academic. Got my degree. I've been DJing since about 14, 15.
Oh, so you're an actual DJ?
Well, you know what? I DJed for a while, and then I stopped because I realized that just wasn't my calling.
Yeah.
And it's cats out there that I've seen in 1 year just surpass a lot of other DJs.
Yeah.
And once I feel like, you know what, this is not my calling, let me figure out something else that I could do. That's when I became a host, an MC, I guess, and hosted parties and whatnot. Okay. And that started like at 15 years old.
15. So where are you from in the South Bronx? Because we've been to the Bronx. We know what the South Bronx especially mean to hip hop and this whole culture overall. And for you to be in the culture 20 years later and really come from the South Bronx. So where did you grow up at in the South Bronx?
170 on the Grand Concourse, 170 from the Grand Concourse, man, right there in between Yankee Stadium and Fordham Road if you had to put a big distance on it. Not too far from the birthplace of hip hop, but close enough to feel the vibe growing up.
That is dope. So I know you happy that Cardi won it because she definitely from the Bronx.
Hey, I just told my wife this morning, man, you could tell that is a Dominican chick from the Bronx, and I love it. I love everything about Cardi B, and then what's so crazy about it is that her haters made me like her more.
Me too, though, because people like come at her for the same reasons that they like somebody else. Like, oh, she look like this or her fake whatever, but that's how a lot of women look, and if you appreciate women, hey, some people just ain't born with it. They got to go get it. I can't hate you for that. So,
and she putting out good music, though. Like, at the end of the day, this is a music industry. Yep. She got hit records. They hating because they jealous. That's just what it boiled down to.
Or they was in the same lane and she surpassed them in that lane.
Yeah.
So that's still a little jealousy. Yep. They got to take their ego out the situation. Like,
hence the book.
Right, hence the book. So, what made you choose radio? Like, you could have went on and just be like a party MC and stuff like that. You felt like you needed to get your message out more? My
mother always told me that I was able to hold a conversation with anyone, from a young kid to a nun. You understand what I'm saying? So once I realized that I had a gift to talk to people and to look people in the eye, teach people and just reach out, whatever the situation called for, I said, okay, radio might be something I'm interested in. I grew up listening to Ed Love and Dr. Dre in the morning.
Yeah.
I grew up listening to Wendy Williams. I grew up listening to Angie Martinez, Funk Flex, Red Alert. Now, these are legends, New York legends in radio. So I found it was something that they did that they started my day a certain way and they ended my day a certain way.
Right.
And I wanted to be a part of that, knowing that I wasn't a DJ at that point. That was going to be a good DJ at that point.
So how you said they ended your day and started your day, is that what made you choose morning radio over like at night radio? You rather start people day off good?
Well, if I bring it all the way back to radio, man, my first radio gig was overnights.
Okay.
I did overnights. I was on hosting a mix show in Dayton, Ohio, 2:00 in the motherfucking morning. It was a pre-recorded mix. And then I had to shout the DJ out that was actually mixing. So I learned the grind from that. After that, I had a show from at night, 7 to midnight at night.
Yeah.
Then the station that I was at went from hip hop to pop station.
Yeah.
And can y'all imagine me, a nigga from the Bronx,
right?
Talking about, hey man, here's coming up the new Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears. So that really wasn't the format that I wanted to be on. So I parted ways. But like 2 weeks later, I got a job offer from Cincinnati radio station.
Okay.
And they brought me down there back on overnights, though. So I was traveling from Dayton to Cincinnati. I was bartending and whatever you want to call that, DJing in Dayton at a Dayton bar. Yeah. And then going down and being on the radio in Cincinnati overnights. They finally offered me a night position. I took that night position. I stayed down there for 7.5 years. Came up here doing nights at first.
Yeah.
I was on the nights first. Then I got promoted to afternoons, and then they finally said, yo, we're getting rid of Ricky Smiley. We want to give you a shot. Like,
so in radio, is mornings like the big deal at the station? That's like the anchor of the station?
That's the beginning. That's the alpha and omega of the station.
Okay.
Now, doing morning radio and you having a local show, when I mean local radio show, is not syndicated. Like, how do you... Right. So it's not syndicated yet. So how do you go into the mind state of I'm competing with syndicated radio shows, coming off of having a Ricky Smiley there as a syndicated radio show?
One thing that I've learned from Ricky Smiley and syndication radio in general is that you have to be consistent. And so my mindset, number one, you just got to be consistent. As long as we have great shows here, somebody somewhere is listening.
Right.
You know, I know it's people in DC listening. I know it's people in Cali listening. I know it's people that I'm not even supposed to talk about that's listening, but they're listening right now. And they're looking at us like, all right, if y'all get your shit together just a little bit more, tweak this right here, tweak this right here, it's a goal. So it's coming, but we just got to be consistent in the morning.
So like I listen to the radio show in the morning on my drive to work,
Appreciate
and that's
that.
because I prefer to know what's going on in my city over syndication. There's nothing wrong with syndication, but I need to know what's going on here. I need to know not just the traffic, but what happened overnight that we got to talk about. What about the kids going to school and the coat drives and stuff that we do? How instrumental are you in the behind the scenes production of the show?
Well, we pride ourselves on being very community orientated, so that we have so many different people that's doing the coat drives, shoe drives, school book fairs, so on and so forth. We make sure we get that into the show. I got to give props to my producer, Kamal Smith.
Yeah.
Kamal Smith is actually the guy that will book everything that needs to be booked. If I miss something, he got it. If he misses something, I got it. Right. And matter of fact, I need to book y'all before y'all do your joint on the 18th.
Okay, yeah, that's dope. We there.
I got to bring the Detroit Oprah with y'all.
Hey, we can put that together. We can put that together. Because what we trying to do, see, me and my brother, we studied podcasting for like 18 months.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And when we studied podcasting, a lot of people, like, we actually know you from radio because we used to be artists. What was you did a show and you had a partner, right?
I never had a partner. You talking about Big Keith? That was before me. Those the nighttime guys right before me.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry.
Now you good. You good. But I remember the show. I know what show you talking about.
So we been studying podcasting, and when we've been studying podcasting, we take a little bit from radio shows. We listen, and we like, yo, I like local radio shows that's not syndicated for the simple fact when something go on in the city. It let you know, like, when tragedy happened, that only Detroit would be affected. Like, other places won't care. So that's why I like that y'all still not syndicated. Because I think when shows get syndicated, it just become more about the business. You know what I'm saying?
It depends on the personalities.
Okay.
I think it depends on the personalities. I mean, if we gonna have a syndicated show out of the city of Detroit, they gonna know it's a Detroit radio show.
Right.
Let me. That's gonna be my number one rule. Even though we got to talk to a wider audience at that point.
Yeah.
So what? They still gonna know this shit starts right here in the D.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, and that's what we talking about. So you've been in Detroit 10 years. I want to know, like, your top 3 radio moments and why. Now, this over the 20-year span, because we are celebrating 20 years of radio, and we want to know, like, top 3 and why.
Top 3. Meeting Russell Simmons.
Okay.
That's and this is in no particular order. Okay.
Yeah. No.
Meeting Russell Simmons, because Russell Simmons is a godfather of hip hop.
Right.
And to sit down and actually have a conversation with Russell about music, life, meditation, and being a vegan, like, I had a genuine conversation with this guy. So that's big time for me, because I think he was one of the people besides someone else that I'm going to mention that actually took their time out and talked to me.
And that's what I was gonna say. We met Russ before, and it's like
He really talked to you. Like, it's almost like he's so familiar to you already. So when you talking to him, it's like, yo, this is fucking Russell Simmons.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
like.
And then this was so crazy, right? So we met Russell at probably 6 a.m, right?
Okay.
And he was on a book tour. And
Hold on. But we met him at doing Mason's show.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And Ty was introducing Russell Simmons and Eric Williams from Puffer Red. So, like, we was there and we all was talking. It was a dope conversation. We actually got that conversation on tape.
We got like it might be like 45 minutes
Those are the
on
best
camera.
ones.
Yeah, we'd never go release it though because we told him we wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So we meet him at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and then we got my cousin right here, this Lo meet him at night for the book signing. And Lo mentioned, like, oh yeah, I seen you with Identical earlier, and he was like, yeah, them little guys, they got something, they gonna be something.
See?
So we like, dang, that's crazy. Like, he done met 60,000 people in the city today.
But he
know what
remember
I'm
you
saying?
guys.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, he definitely a standout person. Hold your head, Russ, we got your back, man. Certain allegations we just ain't gonna let fly if it's not true. You know what I'm saying?
I reached out to him though. I actually reached out to him when those allegations came up, and I was like, yo, Russ, man, just want to let you know I'm in your corner. You know what I mean? I don't believe those allegations. I had to let him know that, because everybody's coming out with him at this particular point in time. I said, if you ever needed me to get your message out there any way, shape, or form, just let me know. And the brother just simply text, thank you, love you, G.
Yeah,
I mean, that's Russell Simmons.
Right. It's not that I don't believe the allegations. I believe it was a different time, and I believe that right now the controversy is people getting caught up in the language people use, and they saying sexual assault.
Right.
They saying sexual this. They not really saying what's what. You know what I'm saying? I think like this: hip hop, 80s, parties, drugs, orgies.
I mean, not even just hip, not
No,
even
but I'm just saying
hip-hop,
with Russell
the world.
Simmons. Yeah. But I'm saying with Russell Simmons,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? So if you talking about something that happened in the 80s, you 30 years later, I'm not saying he didn't do it. I'm not saying he did do it, but like, what's the motive now? Like
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? If you lived your life and this hindered you your whole life, I would think maybe 3 years in you would say something because you're still young at the
Right.
time. Maybe 5 years in, but we 20 years later, we 30 years later. Like, why y'all trying to destroy this guy now? You know what I'm saying?
I understand. I get it.
So-
Hey, we got one in the office though.
So
I'm just saying.
yeah.
Though.
So what about another radio moment?
Another radio moment. Let's see. It's a toss up, man, but I gotta say Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I mean,
You met Jay?
It's Hove. It's Hove. It was in Columbus actually.
Yeah.
And it was the night of the Trinidad fight. I can't remember who Felix Trinidad was fighting, but that's when Jay-Z was on tour at the Rockefeller tour, and went backstage, talked to the guy. Like, look, man, I don't even want to ask you this, but I have your jersey, the Rockefeller jersey that they hung up. You know what I mean? I'm like, dog, I don't even want to ask you this, but you the one rapper who I will listen to above any other rapper. He said, just give it to me, man. I just sign it. I'll sign it for you.
Yeah.
So he was reluctant in signing it, but he understood that, like, I was a genuine fan. I didn't have to be just like, oh shit, that's Jay-Z in the corner. I'm a fucking fan of yours, fam.
Right.
Like, and that's real. I don't ask people for autographs, and that was the one person who sat there and autographed it, even though he was reluctant. But it was just cool that he did that.
You still got the jersey?
Still got the jersey.
Is
Come
it,
on, man.
Is it in a frame?
Yes. Yes, it's in the frame, man. I mean, that was the one. And then another radio moment is it's actually before I got into radio, but it was influential in my radio career. Remember the Source Awards when Suge Knight was like, you know what I mean?
Favorite moment?
I was there.
Oh, straight up?
Yeah. I was there.
dope.
Like, I'm literally there. I was still in high school, and I got snuck in.
Yeah.
Like, I paid the dude $300 to sneak me through the back door. And I'm sitting in the backstage first and foremost, and Tupac walks in the room.
Yeah.
Everybody shuts the fuck up. Everybody like, oh shit, it's Pac. Like, literally. First person, hey, Pac, man, nice to meet you, brother. Thank you for what you're doing in music.
Yeah.
This is Tupac. You feel me? And he looked at me, he's like, thank you, Young B. Like, you know what I mean? Young Blood. Thank you, Young Blood, to be exact.
Yeah.
I'm like, I appreciated that. That was Tupac. This is somebody who was a revolutionary in my aspect when it came to something. And he had a message. And that gave me insight right then and there. Like, yo, if you got something to say, you got to get it out a certain way. So I'm not a rapper.
Yeah.
I'm not a DJ, so what else can I do? I can still talk about the music and be a part of it.
Right. So this was 94 Source Awards because
Yes.
Pac wasn't there when Suge actually made the Loop.
No, so my fault. But I was at both of them because I bought tickets to one. Was at both of them though.
Yeah.
But Pac, Pac was there. Pac was there. I'm sorry, no, I got to correct you. Pac was there.
When Suge said that?
you just wasn't. He wasn't on stage.
Yeah.
Pac was backstage.
Yeah.
Is that the year he performed On the Run or whatever when he had on the
I just was watching some Source Award moments, so I don't know.
I'm
the fatigue?
No, I think he had on the bandana when I know he performed at one of them.
Pac-
Is that the one he performed at?
Pac and Suge was in the same building at the same time.
Yeah,
I'm trying to tell you.
So that make the moment even better.
I'm trying to tell you. They was in
I'm saying
the
that
building at
makes
the same
See,
time.
we just did with the Underground Hip Hop Awards.
Okay.
We was talking about iconic award moments, and that's that's number one to me. His was when Outkast said the South got something to say, so that's cool to hear somebody.
And I love when I was there when Sticky shot the gun in the building.
We was talking
You know
about
what I mean?
that too. Yeah, like the Source Wars was it, man. Like, I don't know, it was just like a fun time. I was watching some moments from it when Bernie Mac was the host and he was fucking up reading. He said it's too dark here, but I can't see. It was dark as hell. It was dark. He's like, I cannot see. It's too dark here. So like after radio, man, what's next? Like you plan on getting into TV or anything like that?
I never know what's going to go on after radio. I would love to teach radio.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people that are on the radio these days don't necessarily have the proper training.
Yeah.
Like I was taught from a different class. So
Yeah.
and my shout out to my old program directors, Hurricane Dave. He's the program director down there at Hot in Atlanta. Great guy.
Yeah.
Terry Thomas. She's out in Dallas right now. I'm sorry, Houston right now, doing her thing with the box in Houston. I had some great radio teachers, and I think the new class of personalities just haven't been taught certain things. Like they're getting caught up in the whole social media thing first.
Yeah.
Nah, it's still about talking to the people.
To the
And
people,
now they can see you talking, but it's still all about talking to the people.
That's dope.
So, like me, I feel like social media kind of kill a lot of stuff. But as far as like radio, people think just because you drop these 30-second clips or these minute clips that you like made to be the next Charlemagne. And then you don't even really listen to radio, so you don't even understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel about like when you hear somebody getting hot and they, I'm about to do radio or something like that, and you a 20-year vet, so you like, come on, bro, you ain't even 15 seconds in the game.
It's one of those things that, like I said, they just lack the proper teaching and guidance. That's why I would want to teach. I would start a whole nother class. I would go down to Specs Howard and teach not the whole technical part of radio. Because being a radio personality is 95% being a personality.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You could learn stuff just like you learn how to use your new phone. So you could learn any gadget in front of you. You feel me? But but if you don't know how to talk to the people, relate to the people, connect to the people in some way, shape, or form, you're going to be lost. You'll be in and out. That's why you see some radios, personalities here, where the fuck they at now?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So actually, that go into my next thought or question about podcasting. Would you teach it in a podcasting form? I think that's something people will come back to week after week after week after week, because the thing is, like, you have the credentials, right? This ain't somebody we never heard of, especially in the city, but podcasts worldwide. But I would come back to listen to that, even if I wasn't trying to be in radio, because that's just like motivation, like how you said Pac motivated you. Like, this how I get my message out. Wait a minute, he telling us step by step how to get better in radio. You never go be Big Greg. You never go be somebody else, right? Because you can be you. So that might be something to think about, man.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because a couple of people have approached me about podcasts.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's on the table now. This is my first one. So this is something new for me. 20 years in, this is something new for me.
Right.
You feel me? And I appreciate it. Like,
Yeah,
Well, with
appreciate
podcasting, a niche podcast will take you so much further. You know what I'm saying? So if you were to decide to do a podcast teaching the art of radio or whatever, that would be bigger than you just talking on a regular basis about the weekly banter or whatever. That would separate you. So that's something to keep in mind too, because like we started the Connected Experience strictly to connect people, because that's what we've been doing our whole life. Like, whatever you do out there, I got somebody who can do it, good, bad, or ugly. If you want the plug, you can have the plug. We never been stingy, and by us never been stingy, we get blessed with these opportunities. Like, we didn't know that this was your first podcast.
Yeah, I'm
ever.
saying though.
Right, yeah. So,
but even when it came to when we met Russ, because we met Ty, because that's an acquaintance we all had. Well, Ty, my friend. I'm not. Gonna
yeah, that's my man. Like one of my best friends.
One of mine too.
Yeah. So they was talking, and he was
we used to work together. See, he worked at Puffer Reds. Me and Ty worked at Jet Shoes. You know what I'm saying? And we spent hours and hours talking, and we had so much in common. And we knew so many of the same people, but we were so different in age. And so I'm like, I know he's certified. He like, I know he's certified. And then when he went down to Puffers, they conspired against me. But you know, how you saying that, man? Like, Ty and AJ conspired against me. But like, Ty been 100 since like the first day he ever walked in the store, and we met Russ because of him, and he like, yo, I've never introduced any rap, because at the time we was rapping, we was identical, and we was running this Made in the 80s campaign, and we had some shirts, and he was like, bro, that'd be dope if Russell wear one of them, but he just talking shit, you know what I'm saying? And he like, yo, Russell coming, I want y'all to come to the radio station with me, blah, 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 and we really met Russell, and Russell did some yoga in the Made in the 80s shirt, but we ain't want a picture. It just was something for us, because when we was doing Made in the 80s, when we was recording it, we said, there's 3 people who we want to get this to. It was Trav from Strange Music, it was 50 Cent, and it was Russell Simmons. But the reason we wanted Russell Simmons to hear, because we sampled the when Run DMC say, and other rappers can't stand us, but give us respect. We sampled that, and Russell really produced that record. So we like, yo, if he hear it and don't say shit, it's a go. If we hear it and try to stop it, it's still a go.
You shot your shot though,
right?
Yeah. Feel you.
So we gave him the album. We gave him some shirts, him and Mayor, and Mayor hit Ty up like, yo, Russell liked the album, and he wearing your man's shirt to yoga. And that was a great moment for us. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
So yeah, so podcasting, don't take that off the table. We want that to happen.
I won't.
So we bump into each other all the time,
Yes.
and you a big shoe collector.
Yes.
Like, how did you get into that?
You know, seeing the drug dealers growing up.
Yeah.
And they always had the fresh gear on, and you didn't. You feel me? All right, well, shit. My mother told me, yo, if you want those, you gotta buy them yourself.
Yeah.
All right. Once I started buying sneakers, I was hooked.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna even sit there and lie. I was hooked. I'm like, all right, cool. I can sit there. I can sit here, be a straight A student, go to school and go to work, and still buy my own shit and still look fly. I was cool.
Right, and it'll keep me out of trouble.
And it keep me out of, exactly.
Yeah. So how many sneakers you got currently?
This is a tough question to answer for the simple fact that I still got 2 closets in New York.
Straight up.
Sneakers, and these are the originals. So all the retros, I have the originals.
Yeah.
So I got 2 closets in New York, and then I just lost about 75 pair in the flood.
Did you have some type of insurance on these sneakers?
Didn't have the sneaker insurance, but I had flood insurance.
Yeah.
But the flood didn't cover the sewer backup. So I lost 75 pairs.
Yeah, they get you like that with that flood insurance.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest with you. So I mean, it's. I think I got maybe about 100 pair at the crib right now.
Yeah.
Now, how many relationships have being addicted to sneakers ruined? I'm saying
None.
Okay.
Fuck.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, it's sneakers over everything.
I mean, if you had a problem with it, I never knew. Nobody ever said nothing to me. I mean, my wife, she was like, can't you just move these downstairs? No, I wear these the most. Like, you know how that go.
How many friendships and stuff have you built because of sneakers?
A lot, actually, a lot. I mean, even from just the friendship that we've built and camaraderie we built walking to the stores. A lot, man. Over. Shit. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, too many to count at this particular point in time. But a lot of friendships. And shout out to Jumpman Bostic, man. I know everybody know Jumpman Bostic. That's one of the guys who I love to sit down and just talk shoes with.
Yeah, because he'll tell you about the leather and everything. I built more friendships and stuff through sneakers than through the music, everything, because I think when people be like, oh, you know about shoes, that's different than even knowing about music bring you a lot of friends, but then you a question the nigga taste, like, wait a minute, you like this better than that. But like, I don't like, so me, I play it from this aspect. I'm Adidas man, 3 stripes. This was I'm actually not even a fan of the Yeezys, right? Especially the Supply 350 with that on there. I don't like that, but I had at least one of every one, right? But I'm like 3 stripes to the core. You see, I got the jacket on, but since I can talk the Jordan with other people, because people like super Jordan fanatics or the Air Max 95 and stuff, people like, okay, you know a little something, I fuck with you. I see people who I know from rap, and when they see me and I know about shoes, they be like, oh, nah, really fuck with you.
What's your favorite pair overall?
Overall, though, it's a toss-up, man. Once again, man, I got to go with the Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
The classic white on whites. I mean,
never had a pair.
Me neither.
See, y'all missing out on life. And then I gotta go with my Jordan ones, man. I love Jordan ones. I just love Jordan ones. I know they stay flat and everything, but look, man, they go with everything. They like Tim's damn near.
I made a commitment earlier. I said I'm getting the Jordan one that come out in February. I said I'm gonna get that because I always want to get some Jordan ones. It's just so hard for me to buy something with a Nike sign, but I just said fuck it, I'm gonna do it. You feel what I'm saying? I be looking at Air Force Ones, but I'll be like,
I be looking too.
Man.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If I do some Air Force Ones, they gonna have to be black, man.
Straight up.
I'm not mad at that though. But it's nothing like a cocaine white pair.
Oh,
man.
I know. Well, like I said, we used to sell shoes. It's 100 pair on the weekends in the summer when the dope boys out. You know what I'm saying?
And then
like,
Nelly fucked up and came out with the give me 2 pair.
Yeah,
man. He influenced the market.
Did you get the Rockefeller Air Force One?
I had the original one.
Oh, straight up.
Going in the flood.
Oh, see, shit like that would hurt my heart.
And I wasn't trying to fight with people to get another pair. Like I'm not even. It's certain things, certain times. Like now, I guess I'm at the age now where it's like, all right, fam, just buy the ones you really want.
Yeah. No more excessive.
So with a New York upbringing, you come up listening to Wendy Williams, Funkmaster Flex, Red Alert, all of that. Like, can you remember the first time you heard Flex drop a bomb?
Yeah. I was getting some ass, actually.
See, the bomb brings back so many memories for different people.
I was getting some ass, actually, and it was, oh, shit, what song was it? Now I don't remember the song. Damn it.
That had to fuck radio up, though. That was like
fuck my stroke up, too, because I didn't know what was going on. But damn, I can't remember the song. But even the girl, we both stopped. Like, what was that? Like,
because we on the radio. Yeah.
So but I can't remember the song. But he dropped it, and he just kept on talking shit before he played it. Like, damn, I can't remember. I have to come
okay, so we not from New York, obviously. So can you explain Flex's significance for New York radio? Because I actually heard Flex say he don't even travel outside of New York.
He don't have to.
Yeah. So, like, what's his significance? Like, the only way a lot of people know about him, as of late, is with the Tupac rants. And then before that, like, it might be for something negative.
Flex, it was if you wanted new music, it started on Flex. regardless, East Coast, West Coast.
Yeah.
Flex always had the new song before everybody else. I wanted to ask him one time, because we share the same week. Well, birthdays is close to each other. I wanted to ask him one time, who are your connects? Flex always had the music.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to hear something, or you heard about, yo, so-and-so got a new song coming out, they collab or they dissing somebody, Flex always had it first.
Yeah.
So that kind of made him the OG when it came to the music.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's his significance. And Flex still do it. Yeah. He still do it first. And I don't get it. I mean, well, now with the Breakfast Club doing their thing in the morning, they kind of get, but Flex, 9 times out of 10, Flex would have dropped it the night before at midnight, just to fuck up everybody's morning show.
Right. Yeah, that's a good thing.
But he's an OG on the radio. Like, Flex will get on the radio and say what he got to say, and people listen. Flex was Charlemagne before Charlemagne became Charlemagne. Like, Charlemagne used to be on Wendy Williams.
Right.
You feel me? And Charlemagne picked up a lot of the dope traits, the radio traits that Wendy Williams has. It's like, I don't like Wendy Williams now that I've gotten older, but I understood how she put the puzzle together and make you trip up or so on and so forth.
It was like shock value radio on the radio, but it wasn't quite Howard Stern.
Exactly.
But if you look at their cast,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Wendy Williams
that was like the first radio cast I can remember that wasn't white. You know what I mean? Like, damn, it's really like 4 people, everybody chiming in, and everybody kind of follow suit with that right now. So you from a cast, we say y'all show got a cast. Of course, y'all got Delicious, Jay Will, and then Kamal from time to time. But he always there, but he step in sometime. What would be your favorite radio personality and why? And then who did you draw the most inspiration from? They might not be your favorite, but you seen them and said, I can take that to the next level.
My favorite radio personality and why? I gotta say Angie Martinez.
Yeah.
Angie Martinez, her nickname is the Voice of New York.
Yeah.
Like, where the fuck can I become a voice at? Like, the voice of that city at. And that right there, when I heard her say that, or I heard somebody say that to her, I was like, yo, that shit is so dope. And that's what inspired me to go down to Cincinnati. I got to find a track for y'all. I actually had someone take when Jay-Z said the voice and mix it to make an intro for me about being the voice of Cincinnati, the voice of the Natty. So I took that and I went down to the Natty and I became the voice of the Natty. Yeah. So that was the most influential. Yeah. What was the other question?
Who influenced you?
Who else influenced me? Terry Thomas, man. I talk about my old program director, man. She pushed me to be better, not just better on the radio, but she pushed me to be a better man in general. Like, when it came to being a professional radio personality, she told me, she told me flat out. She said, look, you could be from New York, you could say all that New York shit, but it really don't matter if you're in Cincinnati.
Right.
You understand? And I took that to heart. She said, when you want to talk about New York, talk about your Knicks, talk about your Yankees, talk about your Giants, which is the only thing in New York that I talk about even here on the radio. She said, but look, you got to fuck with that city. You have to become one with that city. You have to get out. You have to be in the grimy places. You have to talk to people that you may never have talked to in your life, but you have to get to know the city. And this is coming from a short white woman. You feel me?
Yeah, she like, get your ass out there.
Like she said, get out there and talk to people. So, I mean, she really just influenced and motivated me to just become a professional in this game.
Yeah. So is that the approach you took when you got to the city?
So I was about to say, like, what made you come to Detroit? Like,
I got bored in Cincinnati. Like, I was down there 7.5 years. I got bored. I mean, I tell y'all personal stories. Like, 3 times in a year and a half, I had 3 Maury moments. We're just gonna leave it at that, all right? So,
yo, I gotta get the fuck out of Cincinnati.
You feel me? Like, it's time to fucking go. So, but before I left, though, I actually met my current wife, though. So we, I'm glad I didn't leave when I really wanted to leave. But I got bored. She was ready to go. She was ready for something else. She grew up in Cincinnati. She was like, shit, if you going someplace, let's go.
Hey, I'm going with you.
Yeah. So I met Spud I approached Spud down in Miami on the beach. It was a Radio 1 conference or something. They had like a little concert on the beach. I said, Spud, yo, here's my air check. I need to get up out of there. If you got a position in Detroit, let me know. He tried to bring me up here for a competition that they was having on the radio about the next hot jock or something like that Kamal Smith and Ike was a part of. And I told him, I said, yo, fam, I'm not coming up there to do that shit.
Right, yeah.
I told him flat out.
I got a resume.
Yeah, but that contest was an awesome contest. Like, I think that was a dope contest, but I'm not coming up there to do that shit. And he respected me when I said that. So he brought me up here. They put me on at nights, and the rest is 10-year history.
Yeah. That's dope, man. So through your 10 years,
and I need a new challenge. I'm sorry, I need a new challenge because in Cincinnati, when I was doing afternoons, nights and afternoons, I was #1 in all demos.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you're at the top. What's next?
So that kind of go back to the book too. Like you had to check your ego and say,
yeah,
I'm #1 here, but I want to be #1 everywhere.
Or
whatever.
Can I do it again?
Can I do it again? I actually had those type of situations coming through in retail. So like I was a top salesperson. I said, damn, maybe it's because people I'm from this area. Mm-hmm. So then I said, shit, let me go work in the city. You know what I'm saying? So then like I opened the store from like the first opening, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's just because the store knew. Let me go somewhere it was popping. Then I got it really popping. Then I said, oh, nigga, I do this.
Right, yeah.
Next person talk to me got to come with them numbers because it's all solidified. So I definitely understand that. So with that being said, what's next in the Detroit market as far as radio? Like you at the top of the food chain, which is morning shows. Y'all got a stronghold with the morning shows, especially. I mean, I'm 35. Right. I like to listen to it in the morning. I be wanting to call in because I don't think people be listening when like you got the get to know us segment. Right. Like nigga, is y'all listening? They just saying all of this. Like I be wanting to call in and shit, but I'm like, I ain't gonna do it. Let somebody else win. But like, what's next? How do you evolve your morning show into the next phase of morning shows?
Oh shit! I'm gonna keep it real. We got to beat the Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
we got to beat them. Yeah. That's the challenge that's on my plate right now.
Yeah,
and if I don't do it, before my time in the city's up, I'm gonna be mad at myself. That's another ego check. Yeah. But I know we could beat them. Yeah. I know we could beat them.
Now, listening to the Breakfast Club, I'm not up during morning radio often because I work nights. But do you feel like the Breakfast Club is getting that look because people could watch it more? Like, do you feel like y'all do you feel like I think it's a great radio show because I watched all three of them become, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when Andrew Dice Clay checked the shit out of Charlamagne on the Woody Williams show, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, let me see how he bounced back. I also remember when Charlamagne got fired from Philly radio, you know what I'm saying? Because a few weeks before he got fired.
Radio One station.
Yeah, a few weeks before he got fired, he did an interview with Freeway Ricky Ross because that's our people, and he was talking about, well, you got people, somebody called in, like, you got people from Detroit. It was I just watched them all. Like, I remember Lip Service first started. I remember Envy. So to see them come together, like, do you think that it's the chemistry they have with each other why the radio show is so good? Or do you think, like, in order for y'all to get to that next level, y'all got to add some pieces on the technical end? Like, because you know what it takes to beat them. We don't know what it takes. We don't know what the Nielsen, the numbers look like. Like, are you trying to beat them in the Detroit market? Like, how does that work?
We got to beat them here first. We got to beat them here first, man. We're 9/10 of a point behind them. You understand?
Damn.
So you understand what I'm saying? Like, so that's my frustration with it. Like, what the fuck? Like 9/10 of a point? Like, we've been closer than 9/10 of a point. We've been 3/10 of a point behind them.
Yeah.
So those little things, like, it's just tweak. It's consistency. Sometimes I think, you know, everybody can't be consistent every day. Yeah. I mean, it's nice if you can be, but everybody, shit. I mean, even in regular world, people are not consistent every day. Look at the person in the office. I'm gonna keep on saying the person in the office because I don't say his name. Number 45. He's not fucking. Well, he's a consistent asshole. You said we could talk about anything. Right? Okay, so make sure. But sometimes, like, listeners, you don't listen consistently.
Right.
You know, so those people that have those meters that measure the numbers, they may not listen consistently. Something might go on one day where they can't listen for the next 2-3 days, and that's that 3/10, 4/10, 5/10.
So how do it work? Is it based on how long I'm actually tuned in?
Time spent listening.
Okay, so
and Cume.
Okay, what's Cume?
Cume is the total amount of people that can actually be listening at one time.
At one time, okay. Yeah. So are y'all a 9/10 in both of those aspects, or do that go into one?
It goes to one.
Okay, so what we go do, right, and we go lead this, and it's not because we hating against the Breakfast Club or nothing like that.
Let's get on our Detroit shit.
What we go do is we about to start a campaign, top of 2018.
Let's go.
It's simple. Beat the Breakfast Club.
Hey, what?
You
Hashtag.
Beat the Breakfast Club. Nah, Breakfast Club, we love y'all. But this the city, this Inkster, these the surrounding areas. And we just go have to push that because we want to see you win. Our motto in life is I want for my brother what I want for myself.
I like that.
You want to win, we want you to win. We're not saying, oh, we hope the Breakfast Club fall off and burn.
Right.
No. We want the local radio
All they
show.
gotta do is happen one time and it's gonna
Beat
keep
the
One
Breakfast
happening.
time.
Club. You
Hold
know
on.
what I'm
You
saying?
gonna have to say that again, man. Hold on. Say that again. What's the campaign?
Campaign for 2018, hashtag Beat the Breakfast Club. That's everybody in the vicinity,
Heard that.
Ipsy, Detroit, Inkster, Beat the Breakfast Club. Because Big Greg want to beat the Breakfast Club because that's how we go get you to your next level. And I know in my heart of hearts, you go appreciate the city fucking with you to get you to your next level. Because that's just how the city do. You know what I'm saying? They obviously love you. You've been here for 10 years.
I ain't getting
With
kicked
no
out here,
incidents, right?
You
You know what
know?
I'm saying? With no incidents.
I actually can help with the no-fly zone list.
Yeah, but we definitely like
Yeah, Beat the Breakfast Club,
Beat the Breakfast Club,
2018. You just kick it off, bro. Like, however, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how that shit work with radio. Like,
Right.
if
No,
you
no,
could
no.
actually do
See,
that, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not back on it. Well, yeah, I'll be back on the air, but yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we gonna do
That's how
because
I'm
we
set
got to
up.
get you to the next level because we want to see what your next level is. You know what I'm saying? And then that also give the other people when people got something they feel like they fighting for, they
Right.
put they all into it, man. I mean, niggas are still Lions fans, not
Hey.
me, but I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying though? Like we won before it was the Super Bowl,
Right.
And I heard a nigga say yesterday, I'm gonna still watch football no matter what until the Lions win. I said you're gonna die watching football. You feel what I'm saying? You're gonna die watching
Okay, so
football.
I got a question. What's your most embarrassing radio moment? And what I mean by embarrassing is like
I got it.
He ain't waste no
I
time.
know, man. Remember, I mentioned a guy by the name of Hurricane Dave before,
Yeah,
right?
right.
So Hurricane Dave finally gave me a promotion to do nighttime radio in Cincinnati, and I'm on my first interview. This is the first fucking day. It's Ludacris.
Yeah.
Now, Ludacris knows how to do radio because he's a former radio personality, which I had no idea. I didn't know who the fuck Ludacris was. I
Right.
just knew Ludacris the rapper. So Ludacris on the show, and Ludacris is killing me on the air. He's literally took the show over, and this is the Ludacris show. My program, I have a Ludacris, the people from the record company, his entourage in the studio. Program director calls the hotline. Got to answer the hotline on speakerphone.
Oh, do you?
Is this your fucking radio show or not? Do I need to pull you off the fucking air and let Ludacris do this, that, and the third or not? I'm like, it's my radio show. Well, fucking act like it. Everybody in the studio just looks at me like, what you gonna do, dog? Even Ludacris put his head down, like, you know what I mean? And I had to get on my shit. So that was, to be embarrassed in front of a room full of people and some fine ass girls, because Ludacris always has some bad bitches with him. It was like, oh shit, and that was the most embarrassing moment because I haven't had one. I protected myself since then.
Yeah.
So on the comeback, next time you interview Ludacris, how did it go?
I always remind Ludacris of that shit every time though, and I mean, but the comeback, the interview was good. Me and Luda have a friendship now over the last 20 years. I mean, well, about 15 years now, and it was just dope though, man.
And can you recall any records that you broke? Like you heard them shits like, yo, we playing this. I put the career on the line for it. Maybe not that extensive, but
No, I broke Uchi Wally in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I got in trouble for that shit too.
Because of the content?
Yeah, but that song was a classic hip hop song. It's going to go down as a hip hop classic, just a group of niggas that came together and put out some ratchet shit.
Yeah.
That's what that song was about.
Yeah.
Before we knew what it was. Every Girl in the World, Young Money, was that Young?
Yeah.
I broke that here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I broke that.
So, based on market size, how much leeway do you get with new music? Because I know it's a process to actually get music from the deck to the air. Like, how much, based on the market size, are you involved with that?
To this day, I can still get a text message after I play something I'm not supposed to play. Like, why did you play that? So it's really no leeway when it comes to the personalities doing it. You know, we have to ask the program director who has to say yay or nay. But sometime when you notice it's something hot, fuck it. I'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission.
Yeah.
So, and that's how it really comes down to me. But I'll still get a text message like, Greg, you can't do that.
And not are those text messages because it's the morning, people driving their kids to school,
No,
it's just
the
like
same text
why did you
message.
play
Like,
that?
like Greg, I've told you before, you can't. My bad, yo. I mean,
I had to.
I had to. You know, I mean, you just have to sometime. If something breaks overnight, damn right I'm gonna play it when I get on in the morning. Because if I don't play it, you're gonna be asking me, well, why didn't you play that? Because I don't want to get no more fucking text messages.
Yeah.
But that's the conversations I have in the
Who you listening to now independently?
Independently,
We don't call the artist local because there's no such thing as local with the internet no more.
that's a good concept. I'm gonna have to use. Can I steal that?
Yeah, you can borrow. Yeah.
Look, you got borrow. Can I borrow it? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. I like F&B DZ. I like that young boy, and I like young Snap Dogg. Snap Dogg, watch out for that dude. Hey, watch out for Snap Dogg. Snap Dogg is going to be a problem.
Yeah, Snap Dogg got a lot of star qualities besides the music. Like when you see his interview, like I've been progressively watching him. You know what I'm saying? Because I listen to everything that comes out the city, and like the more I see his interview, like he's becoming just like a star. He might not even know that he transitioned into that on the outside looking in. Because I'm not from your hood. I don't got no interest in it. What I mean by interest is you making it or not making it don't bother me. But so when I see that and I see his interviews and stuff, I'm like, okay, he getting it. Somebody, I don't know if somebody done put him to the side like, yo, bro, you really got it.
He's been pulled to the side.
Okay.
Snap Dogg has definitely been pulled to the side.
Got it.
Told
You know
him
what
the
I'm
potential. And then I like the progression of Peasy also.
Yeah, I like Ray. I like Ray a lot.
Yes.
Ray just need that one breakout hit. That's gonna make everybody go back and listen to everything. He need a certified, undeniable. We gotta listen to this hit.
Right.
He might have it on his hands because I haven't heard nothing from him new. You know, people always got something in the pipeline and they waiting. But once Ray get that hit, Ray out of here, man. For real. Him and Peasy got a record about to drop. I just talked to him the other day. I talked to Ray. We gonna have him up here sometime soon. But he just need that hit, man. He needs something that's gonna
I agree.
take him to the next
I
level.
agree.
And I like Sada too. Sada might be the most entertaining artist from the city of Detroit in a long time.
That energy is something
Crazy.
Now, and when it comes to energy, there's a battle between Sada and Snap. And just in my book, just the energy wise when it comes to it. But Sada could go, man. Sada, I like the different style that Sada brings to it.
He definitely gonna be in movies too.
You know what? You know what though? I honestly fuck with all Detroit artists, man. And I try not to. I try not to say it a lot because I don't want people to think I'm playing favorites. You understand what I'm saying? So even naming an artist, like I really don't like doing that because I actually listen to everybody. Yeah. And I like the list is too long because I think everybody has potential, even down to Rocky B. You know, she got potential. Lonnie Band's got potential. Like everybody, look, Brittany. Like so, and I listen to everything. You know.
And so, you know how I listen, how I get put up on Detroit music now? I'm subscribed to all the video directors channels.
Okay.
That way. It's hard
constant.
to miss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's 5 new artists every day. You know what I'm saying? Then I go back and listen to them. But I agree. My list is too long to name too. Like, you know, I listen to everybody. Legitly, I can legitly say
this is like a good time in it for us because like we remember just couldn't wait till it was gonna be a time where like the industry looked at Detroit for the sound
and they
of
look
Detroit.
like Detroit. Everybody
like
got
Detroit.
Cardis. Everybody gatered up. Like it feel good because we 35 years old. So you've been here for 10 years, and so we seen the whole scene turn into this. We remember when we'd be out of town with our homeboys, and they're like, well, what's going on out there? Boom, we throwing the street lords. They looking at us like we crazy. You know what I'm saying? We throw in rock bottom. They looking at us like we crazy. Cheddar Boys, all that. We actually did promotion for the Cheddar Boys before, you know what I'm saying? We did a lot of stuff within the industry, so we would be places and like, nah, dog, oh boy, this what niggas talking about. And niggas like, all right, but now you look at everybody, you see everybody. To me, I don't really like that they still in the look. You know what I'm saying? The sound that's just how music shifts.
Right.
At one point,
but not everybody rocking Cardis and whatnot.
Yeah, you can't even tell. Like you know what I'm saying? We'd be out of town, and I'm like, yo, I know you ain't from the D, bro.
You
like,
ain't got the hat on. That's why.
That's how you know. You got on Cardis, but you ain't got on no D hat. We know, but it's just great to see the city be that sound.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You turn on. I listen to a lot of West Coast Bay music too. You know what I'm saying? So when you listen to the Bay music, it's a lot of influence. Matter of fact, Sada is on E40 Lil Nephew album. What King Hot? I think this shit called Babyface Maniac. Beside her on there. And the crazy part is, I didn't know that. I'm just listening to the album.
And
you know
then
what I'm
come
saying?
on.
Then I hear a side. I'm like, yo, that's side. I look at the credits like, okay, yeah, this shit working.
You know, one thing we got to do though. I mean, and as a city as a whole, though, when it comes to the spotlight being on us right now, we have to protect our artists.
Yeah.
And I hate to twit. No Detroit rap artist should lose their life this year.
Yeah, but we got to protect them, but people got to make that commitment.
Yes.
That's a campaign for the 2018 too.
Protect our artists.
We got to, because that's what's happened too many times in the past. Somebody be on that cusp, and then somebody get killed. It might not be the person who was on the cusp. It might be from their crew,
but it's
or
still,
just it yanked the life out of you. A death go yank the life out of you anyway.
Exactly.
But just imagine, like, people don't understand, one hit record, man, can change your family life.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? That you can make $1 million plus off of one song. It didn't even used to be like that.
Exactly.
You can make $1 million plus, and you can take care of people and put them in position, because everybody around us got to work. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
No free rides. You feel me?
I agree.
My daughter's even got to have something to do.
I agree.
She might book the shows. Call her. Man. You feel what I'm saying? But they got to take it serious too. But I think the thing is, they don't see themselves how everybody else see them. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. You wouldn't even put yourself in a position. If I got a potential $1 million deal on the table, bro, I'm not serving you no pounds that's only gonna give me $3,000.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I can't do it, bro.
Exactly.
Call it what you want, bro. I can't do it. I'm thinking bigger, looking bigger, and I don't think they see themselves like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Before we get up out of here, I'm gonna ask you, what DJs or radio personalities are you like mentoring, if any, or who coming up that you know, if you can name people, because you might be looking at somebody somewhere else.
I can't really name it because it could fuck up some other deals for other people.
Right.
So I don't want to mess up their deals.
Right. But you definitely do mentorship.
Yes, yes, I definitely will. If I see a young personality that has potential and whatnot, even a young personality that doesn't have potential that really wants to do it and they have the energy and drive to do it, I will definitely mentor. I don't have a problem with that at all.
Yeah, dope.
And before I y'all was right. I'm sitting here and I was thinking back, and y'all gotta excuse me because I had some pineapple kush before I came here. Pac wasn't in the building when Suge was there.
Yeah,
Pac was already dead. But I met Pac.
Pac was in jail.
Pac was in jail, but I did meet Pac at Source Awards.
Yeah.
That was the one he performed the year before.
I did
the next
Pac.
year,
Yes.
because they had when Death Row did their thing, it was a sale for Tupac.
Yes.
I got to get back on this Source Awards one more time. What was the tension like when Suge said that? What was it like?
And you from New York.
That's what I'm saying.
From New
Your
York.
perspective is different. You from New York. What
and
was
you
it like?
kid, right? You said you was underage.
I was a teenager.
Yeah.
I think I was a junior. No, I was a sophomore in high school, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So, and I was by myself. So, hey, I was ready to go. I don't know what the fuck these grown ass niggas behind me about to do, but I was ready to go. But nothing popped off though. No, they had a couple of fights, but it didn't have anything to do with that. But nothing popped off. But I was ready to go, man.
Like this getting out of
Hey,
hand.
shit! When Sticky shot the gun, I was ready to go.
Now that was the year Pac was there, wasn't it?
I was like, yo, this nigga just bust off.
Nigga, we at the award show, nigga.
I'm not even supposed to be here. My mother don't even know I'm here. Like, I was ready to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that's what that was, though.
Yeah, what position did you play in football?
I was a running back, man. I had some great years, man, but this right knee is all bad.
Yeah. And I commend you, too. I heard one time Ty was on a radio station premiering the coat, and you told him, I love you, bruh. I'm behind everything you do, but I cannot take that Lions coat because I'm not supporting the NFL this year.
Yeah.
That's stand-up. Niggas be stand-up behind the scenes,
Yes.
but that was real stand-up, so I definitely got to commend you.
I don't know what week NFL is in. I don't know records for none of that.
I don't know. And then I was a big Cowboys fan, man. When Jerry Jones said that shit, bro, I'm done. I can never watch. I don't even feel it. And more importantly, I don't even feel the same about none of y'all players, man.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, y'all are $40 million slaves. And it looked good, you know what I'm saying? But it's a job, bro. You could go get another job.
You could go get another job.
Because if somebody feel like that about you, and now they telling you might have always felt like that. You might have been like, damn, Jerry be tripping. You know what I'm saying? But now he basically tell y'all, hey, get in line, niggers. And if y'all don't want to, find another job. But the crazy part about it all is he can't fire you The NFL has a union that protects you against any of this.
Exactly.
And that means that you're not educated on your union. I'm a union worker. I mean, I'm a union member. So the union hate me and the company hate me because I'm calling both of y'all on y'all bullshit. But I know if I lose my job, if it normally take 2 months to get that shit back, it's gonna take 8 for me.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The NFL, y'all a union, so you just can't get fired, and you should know that. So that make me feel like y'all niggas even weaker.
And then I explain it to people like this, right? If the owner of the company I work for, if he said that, I'm not coming to work the next day. Matter of fact, am I not coming to work, you come where I'm at to get your keys.
Pretty much.
And I'm going to be in the hood somewhere.
Pretty much.
Somewhere
you gotta come see me.
Like, no.
I thought I commend the brothers that are still, if they are still protesting. I don't know. I don't know if they still protesting or not. But if they are still protesting, I commend those brothers for still protesting. But the biggest thing those brothers should have done, and I say the brothers.
Yeah.
Y'all shouldn't even showed up to work.
Just to show y'all.
Just one Sunday. Just one Sunday. Like, yo, fam, we ain't gonna do this tomorrow.
We ain't doing it.
You know what I mean? And make it across the league, and nobody show up. What's gonna happen then?
And I think it's because they so terrible with their finances. They afraid.
They need that.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, we doing a lot better than a lot of people who making a lot more money because they just. It's no way you should be broke after 10 years somewhere making $100 million. What?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Scale back. Like,
right.
What you doing? You afraid to take? I miss a day at work because it's bigger than us.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody ain't come to work that day, that would have been like the world would have paid attention because the world don't even care about the NFL. Yeah. They call football soccer. So if you say football, they think it's soccer. But they would have been like, damn, ain't nobody showed up.
None of the brothers showed up.
Like, nobody. Come on, bro. You feel
absolutely right. And it wasn't about the flag.
It's not.
Yeah,
it's never about the flag.
Okay.
I mean, it's never gonna be about the flag. That's about the injustices we facing with the police. You know, the Westland police just assisted in killing my homeboy in the jail cell.
Okay, that's the one the brother that needed medical attention.
Yeah, that's my man. That's my man.
We
grew up together, everything, right? So guess what? I'm never doing, no matter what.
Spending a dime in Westland.
Not
spending no money in Dearborn because they killed them dudes in Dearborn.
They killed 2 people and nothing happened. I don't shop in Dearborn. I don't bank nothing.
Okay.
I just drive through it.
I like it.
You feel what I'm saying?
Like
And I tell somebody, what you doing shopping there?
Right.
You could be next. Now, it's different when you connected to somebody because on the outside looking in, we hear about Eric Garner and we like, yo, that's fucked up.
Right.
But to get the call that is somebody you know, it's like,
it's even
damn,
closer.
I ain't never shopping in Westland. If it's in Westland, guess what? My family ain't doing it. Whatever it is. You feel what I'm saying?
I feel you.
So, and people got to just be willing to take them stands because eventually what end up happening is we got to get back to buying black, shopping black, being black. Like, black is beautiful. Everything come from us, right?
Yes.
But people still feel the need to say, okay, we not doing it because I got my family to feed. Nigga, everybody in the league got a family to feed. What you mean?
And then the only thing I do agree with, like Luke got a vested interest in the NFL. His wife, she got the biggest running back contract, whoever the highest paid running back.
Right.
So he got to watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He got a vested interest, but he show you how he feel every chance he get. He ain't scared to you know what I'm saying? A lot of them dudes scared, but that's just that fear. That ain't that hip hop. You know, that ain't hip hop.
Nah,
that ain't hip hop.
Hey, man,
you know
just listen to music.
Hip hop don't know you.
It's
In the words of Steve Bill. But we really appreciate you having us.
No doubt.
I mean, you being here with us.
I enjoyed it, brother.
20 years strong. Any advice for any of the listeners on anything? It could be advice on how to raise your kids. Just any positive advice to leave them with.
Well, I'm enjoying this whole fatherhood thing, man. I'm only 3 years into it, man.
I'm 15 months.
This has been the best 3 years of my life. I know this has been the best 15 months of your life.
It's different. Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
But you know, where radio was like my biggest thing, now being a father is my biggest thing. But with the advice I can give to people, man, if you find something that you love, fuck everybody else. Do that and put your all into it, and that way you could get to a certain point to where you could say, you know what, I came, I saw, I conquered. I'm good, you know, because most people will start something, get discouraged, and then I don't want to do this no more. But if you love it though, you still got to push through being discouraged. You got to have that ego check. Going back to your book, you got to have that ego check, but you got to stick with it, and you got to invest in you first. Remember, at the end of the day, you still have to put yourself first in a sense when it comes to you and your happiness. So that's the only advice I give to people, man. Put you first when it comes to being happy, and everything else will fall into line.
We got to, and like we always say, every connection begins with an introduction. Get out there, shake some hands, meet some people, introduce yourself, and get on with it.
I want for my brother what I want for myself.
Yeah.